This is our VR Skills Challenge, in which we will explain how we use sensors effectively for our autonomous programming in VEX VR, and how we can now implement such skills on our actual robot for future competitions.
We first had to decide a generic plan for our 1 minute in Auton, and based on that, we had to decide how we can make it as effective as possible. Our main strategy was to score all of the pre-positioned tribals in the middle of the field, introduce a few tribals to the match load bar, and then score these 4 tribals.
We then analysed the hero bot to see which sensors we could implement in our program. First, we noticed that an optical sensor was placed directly behind the intake, such that it could detect whether or not a tribal was inside the intake or not.
The function which uses the sensor is very simple and very effective. We utilize the optical sensor in order to efficiently intake the tribal from the corner with a minimal delay. The time that we save here can be used in other areas, such as match loading accurately into the opposing zone. It increases the accuracy of our program, as it almost guarantees the fact that the tribal will be taken into the robot.
We also noticed 2 other sensors, the inertial sensor and the rotation sensor. The inertial sensor is configured alongside the drivetrain, and it gives accurate readings of which direction the robot is facing. This means we can use a turn to heading in order to get the exact turn towards the end, as some of our conditional logic made the overall rotations be a variable.
The rotation sensor is used to measure the arm's rotations. It is not used directly in our code, but there are elements of it displayed. We use it as a measure of how much to rotate and just multiply our desired rotation by 7.14 in order to match the ratio between the internal motor encoders and the rotation sensor. Rotating to specific positions greatly helps in our program, as it enables us to get consistent placings of tribals.
We incorporate all of this into our code in order to create the most effective VR Skills program. We first score the 2 alliance tribals into the goal in less than 5 seconds, and collect tribals from around the field, scoring them one by one. By the end of these 25 seconds, we should have accumulated around 40 points. We then approach the match load bar and shoot 2 tribals towards the red goal. We finish our round off by scoring the 4 remaining tribals into the goal.
This program consistently scores between 60 and 70 points per run. Our best run, 70 points, has put us 22nd in the world for middle school. It lets us understand the basics of programming, while also letting us experiment with different types of sensors to see which ones are applicable on future iterations of our robot.